Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Let's use a nice soothing background today because it seems like everything's kind of calmed down after last week, right? The crypto world seems to be coming to its senses. The markets looks like it's moving back into maybe a bullish move here. We'll see how it goes. We're not banking too much. We didn't open any plays this morning, and we probably don't intend to the rest of the day. We'll kind of let things kind of churn a little bit. You know, there's a little bit of resistance levels that we want to see overcome by charts and stuff like that. A little bit of a push, but overall, it looks like all that just really ugly feeling of last week's kind of worn off, right, guys? It was just across the board, right? Oil was down, even gold, right, which was everybody started running for that, the inflation safe haven early in the week, and then gold just went red with everything else. And like I said, oil was down, uh, basically on the Iran, the thought that there was a lot of news that maybe the U.S. would be joining that Iran deal, and that would free up sanctions, put a lot of oil in the market. We saw a report on Saturday. I forget where I read it, but that one made the most sense, and we kind of talked about it on Thursday, right, when we mentioned this, that even if Iran's oil comes back into the market, we're kind of in a situation right now where growth is so explosive and consumption is going to get really explosive, especially when your Indias and your Japans and stuff really start taking to this COVID recovery, which they haven't up till now. There'll be so much demand for oil that even with that added Iran oil. But then over the weekend, we got some news where it looks like they're some stumbling blocks with that. So we'll see. Oil is back up over 65 bucks a barrel. And, we've got that play, right? The ET, we've got XLE, and we've got Suncor, SU, going forward into the summer. And those are all actually profitable trades already. So we're going to ride those a little bit. And we rolled out the Ford trade we talk about. Ford having a little consolidation day today. Still holding that 13, and we're in the $13 calls. We'll see how it digests this market action today. That was a huge day Ford had on Friday. It was a massive dollar move for a stock with that kind of float. And so it makes sense that it should stay over support levels, which is right around that $13, and then consolidate a little bit and see if we get a move after for that. Like I said, guys, we just didn't do a lot of trading, a lot of technical analysis today. Other than that, we're kind of stepping back, just like we talked about on the crypto show, right, on Friday. Don't bite into the hysteria. We were no different than you. Every time you fired up YouTube, it was somebody on or like this, right? You just saw people with these pained expressions on their face. Numerous people were saying they were out of Bitcoin, out of cryptos and stuff like that, where they're had enough. Boom. That's called capitulation, guys. When everybody gives up, that's when you buy. And now for those that bought for right now, they're being rewarded, right? You actually could have got Ethereum, the Ether coin, under 2000. Wow, right? I think it's back at 24 when we check this. Bitcoin looks like it's holding that level we talked about. We did the chart together in the crypto show on Friday, and it looks like that support we called is holding out. And so we'll see. Right from right now, it looks like what you want to do is you first want to see that downtrend broken, right? And it looks like we're starting to break that downtrend. And then in that short-term downtrend, once you break it, you'll either consolidate a little bit or you'll spring right back up, right? And it looks like it's consolidating a little bit. Some sanity's coming to the coins and stuff like that. Bitcoin's volatile, man. If you're going to sit there and watch it, you're going to either lose your hair, have gray hair, or you're going to have a heart attack. We always recommend be like us, right? Be hodlers. Look for your opportunities to add here and there. And when you're not doing that, you just sit on your coins and collect your interest in your compounding and stuff. A very easy trade. Actually, it's a very easy trade. Other than that, guys, it's Monday. We're kind of shaking off the weekend, right? So like I said, we're just kind of watching charts, things like that. Don't forget to take a look at Digisource, which is still doing really well. That was that under $5 stock we gave you, right? We gave you a good under $10 stock not too long ago with ET. And then we gave you Digisource last week on Thursday under $5. So for you guys that are looking for some less expensive plays as opposed to like the Coinbases and stuff like that. Take a good look at it. It's an interesting miner. It's a good way. Look, if you're one of those people, and we know a lot of them, there's nothing wrong with this, that you're not sold on the coins or you just don't want that volatility in your life. We get it. You know what I mean? You just want to be nice, calm, steady growth and stuff like that. This is a good way to get those miners into your portfolio without actually having to get directly exposed to the coin. And we like it because, you know, the big complaint, right? What started that whole Bitcoin sell-off was that Elon Musk statement where he refused to take Bitcoin for payment for the Tesla cars because he said the sustainability issues, the consumption. And if you go look at Digisource, they actually are Digihost. They actually I shouldn't give you the wrong symbol, right? But they're moving towards green energy. Look, we all know China is a different story. People are very, these politicians, these people that are influenced by social media and stuff, they really have to be careful how they describe China and how they talk about China, right? Their careers are in jeopardy, right? If something is said wrong and the blowback. But for us, we don't have to. And let's be honest, most of your dirty energy from the miners is in China, right? So China shutting down the miners, is it really that bad of a thing? One, for you people that understand blockchain and stuff, it brings down the hash rate a little bit. Okay, so less people pulling the Bitcoin out, less people working on the contracts and stuff, right? The solutions. But we know a lot of, there's not a whole lot of push for sustainable energy, renewable energy in those areas. So maybe it's not a bad thing for Bitcoin going forward if a lot of those areas are closed down, right? Because then it gives a little bit of chance for other countries that were more orientated with the green energy to get more miners on the board with sustainable energy. So it's kind of an interesting story there, right? But either way, crypto's kind of picking up. The stock market's doing great. We can pop over and let's go take a look together at the stock market here. I'm looking for buttons. It's Monday. And you can see here, right, guys? Let's do a refresh here real quick. Yeah, you see the Dow's up about 0.5%. The S&P's up 1%. The Nasdaq's up another 1.25%. The VIX is easily down below that $20, so it's out of that volatility range. So we should start seeing a more stable market and a little bit more bullish of a market. The small caps are participating this morning. They're up about 0.5% too. The news itself is very tame this morning, right? Other than people and their opinions about Bitcoin and stuff like that, you're not seeing a lot of market moving news. We are going to have some earnings, right? I believe we have Costco and stuff coming up. We've got some big retailers, right? They're going to start release earnings. So we'll see how that kicks in on the market and stuff. And what I was talking about there with oil, you can see oil is up about $2, 3%. Looks like it's gobbling back up what it gave up last week. It's back on track. Gold, for you gold bugs out there, if you weathered that storm late last week with your investment, your inflation hedges and stuff, hey, you're doing okay right now. The chart on gold is okay. It's not really bullish, bearish. It's another one that's kind of consolidating. And with gold, with gold, you'll find something. This for you newer investors. With gold, it's an interesting story, guys. Technically, one thing you'll find over time, and we've found this to be true, is gold likes to gravitate to round numbers. And what I mean by that is 25, 50, 75, 0. It likes those numbers. Those tend to be the breakout areas. Even if you go back on the chart and stuff, you'll see like breakout at 1850, right? Yeah, a little sell down at right around that 1850 and so on and so on. When it gets to those round numbers, it tends to be definitive of whether it's a bullish or bearish action. So it's pushing towards that 1900. It held that 1875. So for you gold bugs, man, I would just keep the course. If you believe it, play it. Other than that, guys, you can see crypto, you can see Bitcoin's back over 37 after that big debacle last week. It got under 30, right? So all you guys that were long and strong, you hodlers, good job. It looks like you're getting rewarded a little bit here. All you guys that bought the dip, man, good job. I mean, you're up money already. But the big one was Ethereum for you cryptos. You can see here on the chart, Ethereum had a big old dip. 1965, man. You could have bought $500 ago, and you could have bought that $500 ago within the last 24 hours. Not bad, huh? It's volatile. We always talk about it with Bitcoin. It's just volatile. It's if you can't weather the 1.5–2% moves in the market, you probably shouldn't be playing crypto. Or if you are playing crypto, you should be a hodler. Just buy it, hold on to it, and stop staring at it. Because what's normally a 1.5–2% move, maybe in the stock market, is a 10–15% move in the cryptos, right? So it's a new world, and it's a lot of fun. So look, other than that, guys, let's call it a Monday. You guys have a great Monday afternoon. We'll be back tomorrow morning. We will have a stock of the week tomorrow on schedule Tuesday. So this week's schedule will be market updates daily, and then we'll have the stock of the week show after the market update on Tuesday, and we'll have the third edition of our crypto show, our Friday crypto show, after the market day update on Friday. Okay. All right, gang. Other than that, have a fantastic Monday. All right. It was a great weekend. Hope you had a great weekend. Things are opening up. Summer's rolling around here in Hawaii. We just made the national news. We are one of 9 states that now 70% of our population has at least their first shots. So we're moving towards that herd immunity and stuff like that. The governor is starting to open things up. We still can't do a surf contest, but we're working towards it. Good things, right? Think about a year ago, guys. Think about what you were doing this month, last year, and how down and everything looked, right? We didn't have a vaccine. We were pushing towards a vaccine, but we didn't have one. There was not a lot of light at the end of the tunnel. In fact, at this point last year, we weren't seeing any light in the end of the tunnel. If you remember, we were starting a second shutdown. So let's be grateful for what's good. And there's a lot of good right now, and there's a lot of promise for the future, okay? Let's just hope bad policy doesn't slow it down. All right, gang.